Hey there, fellow globetrotters and career adventurers. I've got some mind-blowing information for you today. Did you know that there are over 50 countries where you can work without the hassle of a traditional work visa? That's right, more than 50. I was shocked when I first learned this, and I bet you are too. I'm here to take you on a journey through the world of visa-free work opportunities. As someone who's been living the digital nomad life for years, I can tell you firsthand that working abroad without the typical visa headache is a game changer. It's opened doors I never knew existed and allowed me to experience cultures in ways I never thought possible. In this video, we're going to explore the incredible benefits of working in countries that don't require the usual work visa. We'll dive into specific destinations that offer these opportunities, share some success stories, and give you practical tips to make your visa-free work dreams a reality. So, whether you're a freelancer looking for your next adventure, a remote worker wanting a change of scenery, or an entrepreneur seeking new horizons, this video is for you. So get ready to discover a world of possibilities that could transform your career and your life. Let's start with discussing some of the common challenges of working abroad. Before we dive into the exciting stuff, let's talk about why visa-free work opportunities are such a big deal. Trust me, I've been there, and the traditional route of working abroad can be a real headache. First off, there's the maze of visa restrictions. Each country has its own set of rules, and navigating them can feel like trying to solve a Rubik's Cube blindfolded. I remember spending countless hours poring over embassy websites trying to decipher legal jargon that might as well have been written in hieroglyphics. Then there's the application process itself. Oh boy, where do I even begin? It's like preparing for a major exam, but instead of studying, you're gathering a mountain of paperwork. Bank statements, police clearances, proof of accommodation, the list goes on. And then you have the interviews. I once had to travel 6 hours just to attend a 15-minute visa interview. And let's not forget the financial burden. Work visas can be incredibly expensive. Between application fees, legal costs, and potential travel expenses, you could be looking at thousands of dollars before you even step foot in your new country. I remember having to dip into my savings just to cover these costs, which was pretty stressful. And then there's the waiting game. The uncertainty of not knowing whether your application will be approved can be nerve-wracking. I've had friends who put their lives on hold for months waiting for a decision. Some even lost job opportunities because the visa process took too long. These challenges can be enough to make anyone reconsider their dreams of working abroad. But don't worry. That's exactly why I'm so excited to share these visa-free work opportunities with you. They're a breath of fresh air in the often stuffy world of international work permits. Now let's get to the good stuff. Visa-free work destinations. I'm going to take you on a tour of some amazing countries where you can work without the traditional visa hassle. I've personally experienced some of these, and others come highly recommended by my network of globetrotting professionals. First, let's look at the European destination. Let's start our journey in Europe, where some countries are leading the charge in welcoming digital nomads and remote workers. First up is Estonia. This tiny Baltic nation has been making big waves in its e-residency program. It's not a physical residency, but a digital identity that allows you to run a location-independent business from anywhere in the world. I applied for e-residency a couple of years ago, and it's been a game changer for my online business. The application process was straightforward, and I was able to do everything online. Next, we have Germany. While they don't have a specific digital nomad visa, their freelance visa or Freiberufler visa is an excellent alternative. It allows you to live and work in Germany as a self-employed person. A friend of mine, a graphic designer, has been living in Berlin for the past 2 years on this visa. She loves the vibrant startup scene and the work-life balance. Last but not least in our European tour is the Czech Republic. Their Zivno visa is perfect for self-employed individuals. It's technically a trade license rather than a traditional work visa, which makes the process much simpler. I spent 6 months in Prague on this visa, and let me tell you, working from those beautiful cafes was an experience I'll never forget. And now let's travel to the Asian hotspots. Let's start at the dividing line of Europe and Asia, where some countries are rolling out the red carpet for digital nomads and remote workers. First stop, the country of Georgia. This country at the crossroads of Eastern Europe and Western Asia has a visa-free policy for many nationalities, allowing stays for up to 1 year. I spent 3 months working from Tbilisi last year, and I was blown away by the hospitality and the cost of living. And now on to Asia, where we have Malaysia. Malaysia's long-term social visit pass is a great option for digital nomads. You can stay up to a year, and the best part? You can renew it for another 2 years if you fall in love with the place, which, trust me, is easy to do. The food, the culture, the nature, Malaysia has it all. And we can't talk about Asia without mentioning Thailand. While they don't have an official digital nomad visa yet, their tourist visas and visa exemption schemes make it possible to stay and work remotely for extended periods. I've lost count of how many digital nomads I've met in Chiang Mai and Koh Lanta. And now let's shift gears and take a look at Caribbean opportunities. Now, who's ready for some beach vibes? The Caribbean is quickly becoming a hot spot for remote workers, and these countries are leading the charge. Barbados has introduced a welcome stamp, allowing you to work remotely from this paradise for up to a year. Imagine finishing your workday and heading straight to the beach for a sunset swim. Sounds like a dream, right? And Bermuda is not far behind with its 1-year residential certificate. This beautiful island is perfect for those who want to combine work and island living. A colleague of mine moved there last year and can't stop raving about the pink sand beaches and crystal clear waters. Lastly, we have the Cayman Islands with their global citizen concierge program. It's a bit more exclusive, but if you meet the requirements, you can enjoy working from one of the most beautiful places in the world for up to 2 years. So let's discuss the key benefits of visa-free work. Now that we've explored some fantastic destinations, let's talk about why these visa-free work opportunities are so amazing. First and foremost, the flexibility is unbeatable. Being able to move between countries without the long wait times and uncertainty of traditional visas is incredibly freeing. I remember when I first started this lifestyle, the ability to pack up my laptop and move to a new country on short notice felt like a superpower. Then there's the cost savings. Without hefty visa fees and related expenses, you can put that money towards experiences in your new home. I've used money I've saved on visas to take language classes, try local cuisines, and even take weekend trips to neighboring countries. But perhaps the most valuable benefit is the opportunity for cultural immersion and personal growth. Living and working in different countries has broadened my perspective in ways I never imagined. I've learned new languages, made friends from all over the world, and gained a deep appreciation for different cultures and ways of life. And now for a few success stories. Let me share a few success stories to bring these benefits to life. There's Maria, a graphic designer I met in Tallinn. She used Estonia's e-residency program to set up her business and now works with clients from all over Europe. She told me the program gave her the push she needed to take her freelance career international. Then there's Tom, a software developer who's been using Germany's freelance visa for the past 3 years. He's based in Berlin but travels frequently around Europe for work and pleasure. He says the visa has given him the stability of a home base with the freedom to explore. I can't forget Lila, an entrepreneur I met in Chiang Mai. She's been running her online business from Thailand for over 2 years, alternating between tourist visas and visa runs. She's built a thriving community of fellow digital nomads and says she's never felt more inspired and productive. Now let's look at some practical considerations. Now, before you start packing your bags, there are a few practical things to consider. Legal and tax implications. First off, taxes. Just because you're working visa-free doesn't mean you're off the hook for taxes. And the tax laws both in your home country and in the countries where you're staying. I learned this the hard way and ended up having to hire an international tax consultant. Trust me, it's better to sort this out from the beginning. Next, health insurance. Many of these visa-free options require you to have comprehensive health insurance. Even if they don't, it's a smart idea. I always make sure I'm covered no matter where I'm working from. Lastly, don't forget about local registration requirements. Some countries may require you to register with local authorities, even if you don't need a work visa. It's always best to check and comply with local laws. Work-life balance. Working remotely from exotic locations sounds glamorous, but it does come with its challenges. Here's how I maintain a healthy work-life balance. I always seek out co-working spaces. They're great for productivity and for meeting like-minded individuals. Some of my best friends and business contacts have come from chance encounters in co-working spaces around the world. Also, time management across time zones can be tricky. When I was in Bali working with clients in New York, I had to become a master of scheduling. Tools like World Time Buddy became my best friend. Finally, don't forget to make time for exploration. The beauty of this lifestyle is the opportunity to immerse yourself in new cultures. Always set aside time to explore my surroundings, try local cuisines, and engage with the community. Conclusion. We've covered a lot of ground today, from the stunning beaches of the Caribbean to the historic cities of Europe and the vibrant cultures of Asia. Each of these destinations offers unique opportunities to work and live without the hassle of traditional work visas. Remember, whether it's Estonia's e-residency, Germany's freelance visa, Thailand's digital nomad scene, or Barbados's welcome stamp, these visa-free work opportunities are opening doors to new ways of living and working. The benefits are clear: flexibility, potential cost savings, and incredible opportunities for personal and professional growth. But it's also important to approach this lifestyle with careful planning, especially when it comes to legal and tax considerations. As someone who's been living this lifestyle for years, I can tell you that the challenges are far outweighed by the rewards. The experiences I've had, the people I've met, and the personal growth I've undergone have been truly life-changing. So, now I want to hear from you. Have you had any experiences working abroad without a traditional visa? Or are you dreaming of taking the plunge? Share your stories or questions in the comments section below. If you found this information helpful, subscribe to our channel and be sure to check out my other videos on travel tips, international career advice, digital nomad tips, and remote work opportunities. And don't forget to hit that like button. Share this video with your friends who may be considering moving abroad. Remember, the world is full of opportunities. Sometimes you just need to know where to look. So, what are you waiting for? Your next great adventure might be just a plane ticket away. If you like this video, you will love our videos on moving abroad with zero savings is easier than you think, and escape the 9-to-5 grind forever. Build your dream life starting today. Until next time, safe travels. See you in our next video.